The airport was loud, crowded, and chaotic. Yet, a single moment froze everything. A little boy, no older than 7, walked beside a woman who looked perfectly calm. Too calm. But the boy, he kept glancing at a police dog station nearby. His lips pressed tight, eyes filled with a fear he couldn't speak. Then, so quietly, no one else noticed, he lifted his hand and made a tiny, deliberate gesture. The police dog reaction was instant. He snapped to attention, muscles tightening, a warning growl rumbling from deep in his chest. Officers glanced at each other. What had the boy just told him? When he repeated the silent signal, everything exploded into chaos, and within minutes, a shocking scam was uncovered. And what officers discovered next shocked everyone. Before we start, make sure to hit like, share, and subscribe. And really, I'm curious, where are you watching from? Drop your country name in the comments. I love seeing how far our stories travel. The airport buzzed with its usual chaos. Rolling suitcases, hurried footsteps, distant announcements, but none of it seemed to touch the little boy in the yellow sweatshirt walking beside his mother. His head hung low, his small hand trembling at his side. To anyone else, it looked like a shy child nervous about traveling. But then something unexpected happened. As they passed the K9 checkpoint, the boy shifted his fingers into a subtle shape, barely noticeable, almost accidental, but the police dog saw it and froze. The German shepherd's ears shot up, his eyes locked onto the boy, unblinking, sharp, alert. A low rumble built in his chest, causing nearby passengers to stop mid-step. Officer Daniels frowned. What's gotten into him? Before anyone could react, the boy repeated the signal. This time, slower, more deliberate. The K9 exploded into urgent barking, pulling against his handler as if trying to reach the boy. Conversations halted. Heads turned. The boy's mother tightened her grip on his hand, confusion flashing across her face. Ma'am, hold on, an officer called, stepping forward. The boy dared to look up, eyes wide with silent pleading, hoping anyone, understood the message he couldn't say out loud. Ma'am, stop right there, Officer Daniels ordered, holding out a firm hand. The boy's mother froze, startled. Is something wrong? Why is the dog barking at us? Her voice wavered between irritation and fear. The K9 continued barking wildly, circling the pair, then blocking their path as if refusing to let them move another step. Travelers pulled their children close and moved aside, forming a wide, uneasy circle around them. Officer Daniels approached carefully. Just stay calm. We need to check what's going on. I told you we're just catching a flight, the mother insisted, pulling her son close. But the boy didn't cling back. His little body stiffened instead, eyes flicking once more toward the dog as if begging it not to give up. The K9 sniffed the air, then their bags, then back to the boy again. Each pass made, the handler's concern deepened. This behavior wasn't random. It wasn't training error. The dog was convinced something was wrong. Another officer stepped in. We'll need to ask a few questions. Please follow us. The mother hesitated, panic quietly blooming in her expression. Meanwhile, the boy remained silent, but his eyes whispered everything he wasn't able to say. Officers led the mother and child to a quieter corner of the terminal, away from the tightening crowd. The boy's shoes tapped nervously against the tiles, each step hesitant, his head still bowed. The mother kept her grip firm, almost too firm, as if afraid he might slip away. Officer Daniels crouched to the boy's level. "Hey, buddy," he said softly. "Is everything okay? You can talk to me." The boy swallowed hard but said nothing. Instead, his hand twitched again, the same small, subtle gesture he had made before. The K9 immediately stiffened, tail low, a soft whine escaping his throat. Daniel's heartbeat quickened. This wasn't random. The child was trying to communicate. The mother stepped between them. "He's shy. He doesn't talk to strangers. Can we go now?" But her voice had changed too quick, too defensive. Another officer gently pulled her aside. "Ma'am, we just need a moment." Separated from his mother's shadow, the boy finally glanced up. Tears swam in his eyes, but not a single one fell. His lips parted, trembling. Officer Daniels leaned in. "You're safe. The dog understands you. We're here to help." The boy inhaled shakily. Then in the faintest whisper, so soft the officers had to lean closer, he finally spoke. "Mommy isn't my real mommy?" The words hung in the air, cold, heavy, and devastating. And suddenly, the canine's frantic behavior made terrifying sense. The mother's face drained of color. "What are you talking about?" she snapped, her voice cracking. "He's confused. He's just a child." But the officers were no longer convinced. The K9 barked sharply, pulling toward her handbag. Officer Reyes grabbed it, opening the zipper despite her frantic protests. Inside, they found layers of folded papers, passports, boarding passes, forms, each one with a different name, none matching the woman or the child. Officer Daniels' jaw tightened. "Ma'am, these are forged documents." I can explain," she stammered, stepping back. Her eyes darted toward the exit. "Calculating." The K9 growled, blocking her path. "Ray has unfolded another sheet. This one, a printed list of dates, airports, and children's names. At the bottom, highlighted in red, was the boy's name." Daniels felt his stomach twist. "This isn't a misunderstanding," he said quietly. "This is a trafficking operation." Passengers gasped. Security tightened around them. The woman's mask finally cracked. Gone was the nervous traveler standing before them. Now was someone dangerous, desperate. "You don't understand," she hissed. "I needed the money. They told me it would be quick. No one would know." "But he knew," Daniel said, nodding toward the boy. And the K9, rigid and trembling with tension, had known too. Suddenly, alarms sounded. As backup officers rushed in, the terminal shifted into lockdown. The scam, hidden in plain sight, was finally exposed. The boy sat on a bench now, wrapped in a thin airport blanket, his small fingers gripping its edge as officers spoke gently to him. The K9 sat right beside him, alert yet calm, as if guarding him from the world. Officer Daniels knelt again. Buddy, that hand sign you made. Where did you learn it? The boy blinked, gathering courage. At school, he whispered. Police officers came. They told us if we're ever scared and can't talk, we can use this signal. He lifted his hand again, the tiny gesture trembling in the air. They said a police dog would understand. Daniels felt his chest tighten. So you were asking for help? He asked softly. The boy nodded, eyes filling with tears. I didn't want her to get mad. She said, if I talked, bad things would happen. Behind him, officers exchanged stunned looks. The K9, sensing his emotion, leaned gently against the boy's leg. The child placed a shaky hand on the dog's fur, and for the first time since the chaos began, he exhaled. His silent message had reached exactly who it needed to. Within minutes, authorities confirmed everything. The forged documents, the dates, the planned handoff. The woman was taken into custody, her scam dismantled before it could destroy another life. The boy watched quietly, clutching the K9's fur, as officers assured him he was finally safe. A child protection agent knelt beside him. You're very brave, she said with a warm smile. You did the right thing. But the boy looked down. I was scared. Officer Daniels gently placed a hand on his shoulder. Being brave doesn't mean you weren't scared. It means you spoke up anyway, even without words. The K9 nudged the boy's side, tail wagging softly. A small shaky smile finally appeared on the child's face as he wrapped his arms around the dog's neck, burying his face in its fur. Passengers who had witnessed the chaos now watched in quiet relief. All of it, every step towards saving the boy had started with one silent signal and a police dog who refused to ignore.